educational center. The Sangam, the confluence of rivers Mula and Muta. On the banks of the river Mula, there stands amidst lush green trees a 139-year-old alma mater of engineers, the Government Pune Engineering College. A piece of architecture, a place in the minds of thousands and thousands of engineers who have shaped today's India with their imagination, analytical vision and skills of management. The key words for their success are strength, truth and endurance. 1854 to 1993. A long journey indeed in the history of engineering education.
Our objectives are first to produce engineers of better quality so that they can fit into the needs of the industry better. In these days of technological explosion, the knowledge that an engineer acquires during his college days are bound to become obsolete in a few years' time. So what is important is that he must have acquired the necessary skills for knowledge acquisition, knowledge organization, and knowledge computing.
New fields of engineering are continually emerging as a result of scientific and technological breakthroughs. With a modernization program under Japanese grant, the college has acquired sophisticated equipments in the field of electronics, biomedical instrumentation, material testing, high voltage transmission and metrology laboratories. Civil engineers are the first to arrive on a site to collect field data. Students observe and use survey equipments such as automatic level, digital theodolite and electronic distance measuring instruments.
Here you are not required to measure the angles manually.
With these latest equipments, precise measurements up to 6.4 kilometers are taken in a fraction of a second. Here, students learn the graphical language of engineers. Drawing is a tool to develop the imagination and architectural vision. Construction is the transformation of an idea from a two-dimensional drawing to a three-dimensional form.
Urban aesthetics, building aesthetics, and aesthetics even in the interior is going to be the forte of the future.
Well-planned neighborhoods and towns provide the basis for architecture. In the postgraduate course in town planning, civil engineers and architects learn town and regional planning.
We have 5 different and independent laboratories in basic subjects, and each laboratory can generate a lot of consultation work.
Consultation provides a base for staff and students to be in touch with industry.
Before flocculation, na?
Environmental engineering deals with the treatment of water, wastewater, air pollutants and noise control. In geotechnical engineering, students learn about types of soils and their properties, knowledge essential for designing a foundation. In fluid mechanics, students learn the behavior and flow pattern of water through a tilting flume. Practicals create confidence and develop the decision-making capacity, a quality essential for designers. Geology is the science of the earth and its history. Rocks beneath our feet Even the dark-colored basalts show their hidden beauty. Crystals are the flowers of the mineral kingdom.
Our very large dams, like the Koina or the Jayakwadi or the Varna, they are all situated with the Deccan Tribe basalts. And for the last 38 years, we are working on the academic problem of the basalts, and all of them, they have been found to be extremely useful in solving the engineering geological problems on very large number of dam sites in Maharashtra.
Generally in reinforced concrete we have seen that diameter or bend at which the bars are bent, they are either 45 degrees or they are 90 degrees.
Universal testing machines are used to test the tensile, compressive, flexural and shear strength of materials.
The college undertakes a large work of testing in civil mechanical applied mechanics department. We are testing building materials, industrial components of machines, prototype testing. We have already helped research and development efforts in developing launching pads for the missiles Agni and Prithvi for their testing.
And now, precise testing is carried out on a computer-controlled Instron. The world of mechanical engineering is changing every day. This is a fully computerized refrigeration compression test rig. Students use computer-aided drafting and design systems for visualization of complex shapes in two-dimensional and three-dimensional geometrical modeling.
Today's students are equipped with so many facilities, information systems and computers and calculators. They can assimilate the knowledge at a faster rate than what we did at our time.
Along with new computerized equipment, students are trained to acquaint themselves with all types of machines, to know the basic principles of their working. Cut models and working models of mechanisms develop an insight into the theory of machines. In the workshop, students are exposed step by step to economical production with quality.
Manufacturing has undergone revolutionary changes with the induction of computer-aided technologies.
A CNC, three-dimensional coordinate measuring machine, facilitates precision measurements. High-tech systems and quality assurance are achieved through computer-controlled movements. These modern, sophisticated equipments bring the institution and industry closer.
Previously, we used to teach by the conventional methods. Nowadays, we are using the latest machinery.
It is the demand of the future. We have to develop our technology with the pace of the international level.
Metrology and quality control are learnt by using precise equipments. ISO 9000 has changed the approach. Better use of scarce resources, more profitability, easier marketing, increase in production efficiency, less wastage are the advantages of ISO 9000. Towards this end, a new awareness is created during education and training. The smithy shop, a place with memories of the boiler suit and hammer, days of hard work. Metallurgy deals with the extraction of metals and the study of material science to meet the demands of industry.
We are doing a research work in the field of superplasticity, nanophase ceramics, permeability, odorometallurgy, and corrosion resistance of stainless steels. Now, This has a direct importance for the industry products.
Industries demand metals and alloys of precise specifications. This carbon-sulfur analyzer analyzes the content of carbon and sulfur in the sample within 50 seconds. A high-frequency vacuum induction remelting and casting unit assures the purity of the casting.
This machine works on induction heating principle. Charge to be melted is taken as secondary and copper coils are made primary. Through water the current is given to the primary coils, and because of eddy currents the charge is heated, the metal is melted.
Research is carried out in ferritic nitrocarburizing of steel, used in gears for improving their fatigue and wear properties. The college has designed and fabricated a solar furnace which can generate temperatures up to 2000 degrees Celsius, sufficient to melt steel. A line-focused parabolic concentrator has been developed for heating air for drying processes in industry. An atomic emission spectrometer analyzes all elements in ferrous and non-ferrous metals within only 15 seconds.
On these many computer-controlled equipments, which are automatic and semi-automatic, very fast and accurate results are obtained, which are useful in modifying the designs, in modifying the production cycles, so that the quality product can be produced economically.
An X-ray stress analyzer measures residual stress, knowledge that is useful in the design of welded joints. A well-equipped library with books, journals and facilities of a book bank acts as a liaison between students of all branches, industries as well as research workers. It is a meeting place as well. But for many students, the whole campus is a place for discussions, exchange of ideas and study. Electric power is the lifeline of industry and modern man. Students are familiarized with equipments, control boards and generators. Here, students learn the procedure for synchronizing alternators.
So the speed is about constant, roughly. And when you change the switch position from this to this.
Electrical power industry needs really the experts who can handle generation, transmission, distribution, utilization and control of electrical power. To train undergraduate students in this area, it is absolutely necessary that they must be acquainted with this high voltage technology, because that forms the backbone of the entire power industry, which keeps the wheels of the industry running.
Today, the department is fully equipped with high-voltage AC, DC and impulse generators, a transmission line simulator and equipment for automation. The trend in modern industry is automation, with a view to improve production and quality.
We have introduced this robotics as an elective subject for the final year students. They would be using this equipment for laboratory experiments as well as their final year project work. Now we are in a position to develop any software which would be required for the industries who plan to go in for automation.
The Electronics and Telecommunication branch was a major step in the development of engineering education. Communication has a vital role in today's world. Air, sea and space travel depend on navigation by radar. EMI and EMC measuring systems are sophisticated electronic test and measuring instruments.
EMI is electromagnetic interference created by any electrical or electronic instrument when it is switched on. Now with this EMI setup, we can measure what is the EMI generated by any electronic instrument, and accordingly we can design the instrument so as to keep the level of the EMI generated by the instrument to a tolerable level.
In our college, we are having the television engineering as an elective subject for BE students. So also our ME students are doing the research on image processing.
The science of electronics has changed people's lives in many ways.
Well, the need for a telephone connection is growing enormously in present days. Now this is also reflected in STD and ISD facilities which a common man expects. This has put a heavy load on the traffic in a city as well as between two cities as far as telephone conversations are concerned. A simple fiber like this can carry that heavy traffic at a very high speed.
Instrumentation has become an important branch in modern-day engineering. Young, talented engineers are being attracted to this branch.
Here in my institute, we are also proposing a postgraduate course in biomedical engineering with a stress on biomedical instrumentation. We intend to interact with the medical professionals for developing the suitable equipment for Indian conditions. We need their component for judging, for estimating, for evaluating the designs which we do it in engineering institutions like ours. We have to educate the students of technology as well as the students of medicine, and if both can be brought together by a science like biomedical engineering, then the development of the equipment for monitoring the health of the society is going to be a viable solution.
I am sure that our college would develop into a resource institution capable of solving problems faced by industries.
The sandwich course has bridged the gap between industry and institution.
We have a lot of practice, and we know how an industry runs, and how different engineers work out the problems.
So we get practical experience of industrial life.
The exposure which the sandwich candidate gets at our end is really kind of incentive for any engineering student who can make a very good entry to any industry.
Sandwich course is much better because it has got an edge over the regular.
I think regular to be better because the papers which has to be covered in the curriculum, they are covered to the full depth.
However, for any degree qualification, in my opinion, there should not be two different ways of appearing for examination.
The total purpose for which sandwich course is started is different than the regular course students.
Both the courses are good at their own places.
People have some wrong conceptions about sandwich course. They feel that it dilutes the academic qualification.
I am of the opinion that the whole engineering education has to go sandwich.
One cannot think of a medical college without a hospital attached to it. But we can think of an engineering college without having any industrial activity going on around it.
And I consider co-teaching one of the most important aspects which should be given the topmost priority because it is sort of a fundamental and the basic of this industry-institute interaction.
The present age is known as the age of shrinking space, shrinking time, and towering expectations. modernization has opened new vistas. There is a desire to learn, work, and play. They know hard work pays. They keep themselves fit.
अनिकेत, डॉक्टर अनिकेत, तू जिंकलास. सर्व दिशांचे आपण स्वामी झालेलो आहोत. सर्व डायमेन्शन्सचे आपण अधिकारी झालेलो आहोत.
The Best Outgoing Student Award, which I got, is a very prestigious award. It is awarded on the basis of overall excellence in sports, academics, and extracurricular activity.
No one from other college, according to me, gets a chance to see all the machines which is studying in the college. Maybe sometimes when you study a machine, you have to imagine what it might be, or maybe on the drawing you have to depend. But here you have to see every machine, and we get a chance to see everything.
Equipment-wise, I think our college is very well equipped.
IIT does have a lot better facilities, but student-wise, I mean the intellect of the students or the creative abilities, I think we are on par with them.
This is one of the best college in this Maharashtra, and we are proud to be in this college.
Well, my father was also here, and my grandfather was also here, so it came from tradition.
I love this college like anything, because you see, we have very sweet memories of this college.
I feel myself very much proud that I have been privileged to serve my college.
Whatever I learned over there laid a very good foundation for me in my career.
Well, I think at that time, the source of inspiration was only to be unique. There was no mechanical engineer girls passed from this Pune Engineering College, and I felt it would be nice to be the only one and the first one. So it started off only as a desire to be unique.
It attracted the best talent and produced the best engineers.
I think what the college taught me, and what I will like the young graduates to follow, is the virtue of hard work, as well as the dignity of labor.
Be it mechanical, be it electrical, be it civil, they should not be afraid of working with their own hands, because it's only when you feel your work at the grassroots will you be able to appreciate as you go along in your life what others are doing, so that you are able to align your thinking in parallel to the thinking of those who are at the grassroots.
This outstanding opportunity with having now the mechanisms available to you through this state-of-the-art equipment that the college has received, it's time that the faculty has to change its orientation.
To unleash the creativity, the innovativeness of a mind. In the foreign countries, they have more discussions, and not the way we teach, which is, here is a book, memorize it, and let's see what you can do in terms of memory. We have to see what a person is capable of thinking. There has to be more discussion so that he learns, his horizons widen, and that way you have a much better person or a student coming out of your education facility.
Education needs a typical environment where teacher would like to teach and student will like to learn. So in one poem, students, they have expressed their idea about the education. Tell me, I may forget. Show me, I may remember. Involve me, I will learn.
It's absolutely necessary that faculty gets involved in research and development. And I think that we must remember, best equipment is not the best institution. Best people is the best institution.
And I'm also quite confident that we'll be establishing ourselves as a pace-setter institution through our students and through our research and development activity. People see things as they are and ask why. I want our engineers to see things as they aren't and ask why not.
Every generation has to face challenges. Equipped with the latest knowledge and the skill of management, they march to conquer their goal, to better the welfare of mankind.